Hey, what's up everyone? It's Magical Meadows here. I'm just having a beautiful day outside, and I want to talk to you about having a poverty mindset today. This video was inspired by the things that are going on with James Charles right now. If you know who that is, James Charles, the fabulously gay makeup guru. I really loved him a lot, but now I'm like, I still love James Charles, but I mean, he's kind of done some pretty shady stuff recently, if you've heard about anything that's going on in his life. So yeah. But I want to talk to you about his amazingly expensive ticket prices. Supposedly his amazingly expensive ticket prices, which are $500 to see it. So it costs $500 to see James Charles on tour, and I think that is for the VIP tickets, but you also get a bunch of extra goodies. Like I think you get a goodie bag and a bunch of other stuff. I don't really know what all you get with that ticket price, but some of James Charles's fans apparently, I'm not totally sure if this is accurate, but I'm pretty sure that some of James Charles's fans were kind of complaining or mad that the price was so high because they really wanted to see James Charles on tour. And I can understand, I feel bad for the people that they don't have enough money to see James Charles on tour, and they really wanted to see him. But this video is about the perspective that Source sees all of this through, and complaining about money, even when you really, really want something that you can't afford, is never a good thing to do for your life. And here's why. Because whenever you complain about money, you're only attracting more experiences of you not being able to afford something that you really want. So every time you see something that you want to buy or an experience that you want to have, and you think or you complain, even if you're not even really all that mad about it, even if you just complain a little bit and you say, I really want to see James Charles, or I really want to buy that, but I don't have enough money. Anytime you complain like that about money, you will have more and more experiences of not being able to afford things that you want to do. That's how the law of attraction works. And it's true. Look at everyone who complains about money all the time. Usually they're always broke. And the people that stop complaining about money, when they stop complaining about money, I'm telling you, that's when they start getting more money. So if you ever want to stop being broke or poor, or if you ever want to stop feeling like you can't afford anything that you want to experience or buy, then you have to get out of that poverty mindset. And yeah, I'm kind of sounding like a bit of an a-hole here to maybe some of you who were like, this girl is telling us to stop having a poverty mindset. Try being poor, try being homeless, try sleeping in your car, try having kids that you have to put food on the table for. Yes, I feel kind of I understand where you're coming from if you're thinking that right now. Why is this girl saying to stop having a poverty mindset, try being poor? See, the thing is, I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to save you from that life. If I have to sound like an a-hole for a minute here, then I will, because I want to help everyone get out of having a life where they can't always afford things that they want, and where they're struggling to pay bills. And the only way that you're going to ever get out of a life like that is if you find some way to, no matter what, stop complaining about money. Like, and that's what I really want to say to all the people on the internet who are complaining about the James Charles tickets. I really feel bad for the people that really want to see James Charles on tour but they can't afford it. I really feel bad for the people who can't put food on their table. Like, that makes me feel really sad right now, and I'm like, yeah, it's disturbing to me, but I'm trying to save everyone from that lifestyle. I feel like I need to be kind of an a-hole for a minute and kick everyone's ass for a second and just tell you what you're doing. It is that every time you're complaining about money like this and saying I can't afford this and I don't know if I can make my bills this month, it's not going to help you. It's actually really hurting you. And I want to get that point really clearly across to everyone watching this video, which is that every time you focus on not being able to make your bills, or anytime you're anxious about money in any way, anytime you're anxious about bills, anytime you're anxious about something you want to buy in the store, anytime you buy something but you're like, all my money is going away right now and I don't have that much money, so why am I buying this? Every time you feel all that anxiety about money, and every time that you complain about money, what you're doing is you are creating more experiences for yourself where you're not going to be able to have more money. You're just creating more experiences like that of always barely getting by with paying your bills. So yeah, I'm going to have to kick everyone's asses for a second here and get that point across to you, because I want to save you from that life. So if you want to stop always barely paying your bills and barely getting by, and if you want to stop not being able to afford anything that you want to do, then you've got to change your mindset. Because the way that the law of attraction works is your life will be a reflection of everything that's going on inside of you. So if you have a poverty mindset and you're always thinking about not having enough money, or if you're always worried about not having enough money, if you're always saying I can't afford this or that, if you're always complaining about money, then you will, because those are the feelings and thoughts that you have going on inside of you, and because that's what you're saying to other people out loud, you will always have a life where you have those experiences that are similar to that. You will always have a life where you have more complaints about money, and you always have a life where you can't afford the things that you want. So you have to change what's going on the inside, and then you're going to start getting more money. And the way that it works is when you start taking on the mindset of someone who has the amount of money that they truly want, you're going to start seeing more money opportunities in the form of better paying jobs, or maybe you'll start seeing more deals at first. Then you might then after you start seeing the deals, you will definitely eventually start seeing more better paying job opportunities if you're looking for a job that pays well, or you'll get promoted at your job. But something will definitely happen. You could get an idea for a business, or you could get an idea to make more money at your current business. So as soon as you change your poverty mindset to a mindset of already having the amount of money that you want, you will start having experiences in your life of actually having more money. The money will just start coming to you. And there's actually some science behind this, and it's that your brain actually acts like a transmitter. And when you focus on a particular thing, like more money, your brain will start catching more opportunities that bring more money. So that's how the law of attraction works on a scientific level. At least that's what Mel Robbins says. I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know that. But I definitely know from personal experience, that as soon as I stopped having a poverty mindset, I've gotten a lot more money in the past 30 days than I ever have in a 30-day period in my whole entire life. I got $898 on my taxes, which was a lot of money for me to get I got that amount of money in a refund for my taxes. And I mean, I've never gotten a refund that high ever in my taxes. And I also got an extra $600 at my job in the past 30 days. And all it took was just a few months of me changing the way that I was thinking about money. So as soon as I changed my poverty mindset to a mindset of a rich person, to the mindset of someone who already has the money that I want, my life changed and I got more money. And I know that that amount of money will keep increasing and increasing and increasing as long as I keep having the not the poverty mindset, as long as I keep having the rich person mindset. I will keep getting more and more money, over the next year. So you just have to be consistent with having a rich person's mindset. And then you're going to eventually, it might take a few months, it might take a few weeks. It might take some of you guys 24 hours or less to get more money. As soon as you, I've heard, as soon as you change your mindset to that of already having the amount of money you're wanting. I've heard stories on YouTube, you can literally search in YouTube, manifest money, success stories, and you're going to see dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of videos of people talking about how they use the law of attraction to get more money, and they're going to pretty much all tell you that they had to change their mindset. And that's really the first step. And at first, when you change your mindset, you're not going to necessarily believe that you have more money right away. You might have to be really consistent with this for a few months. Like with me, I've always had a poverty mindset my whole life. So I had to really keep having the rich person's mindset consistently for a few months before I really started to get the more money that I wanted. So just make sure you be consistent with it. Don't give up. And I'm telling you, you're going to start seeing more money eventually in your life. And the way that the money will come to you could be through literally an unlimited number of ways. So don't have any limiting beliefs like I can only get more money through my job, because that's not actually true. The universe can bring you this more money that you're wanting through literally an unlimited number of ways. I've said in a previous video that there are actually people all over the world that are able to manifest checks in the mail, and they get these checks from places that are not their job at all. They're just getting money from random places that they really shouldn't have even gotten the money from, apparently. That's the stories that I've heard. Anyway, I haven't actually manifested a check yet myself, but I definitely manifested more money through my taxes and my job so far, and then sometimes through my mom. So you can get the money through all kinds of ways. That's just the ways that the universe chose to give me the money. Basically, you just want to say, universe, give me this money in a way that I will be happy with. There was a bird that flew by. So basically, you just want to say, universe, give me this money in a way that I will be happy with. Universe, give me this money through a source that I will be happy with. And then you're going to get the money through a source you're happy with. And you could get checks in the mail from random trials or surveys that you never actually participated in, because like I said, there's people that manifest checks in the mail from places that they shouldn't have got the money from. I've heard stories of people manifesting checks in the mail from surveys that they never actually took. So the universe just gave them that money, even though they literally they literally did not even do anything to get that money. The universe just basically made up an excuse. Said, oh, let's just have it be a survey they didn't even participate in and send them the check through that. So you can get a check in the mail from somewhere that is not even your job, You can get a check in the mail from somewhere that is not even your job. You can get someone, like a family member or a friend could just give you some extra money randomly. You could get a promotion at your job to get the money. You could get a new job. Maybe you'll just randomly walk into a store and you'll start talking to someone and maybe they'll offer you a new job. You could maybe win a random survey that you didn't actually participate in and they just send you some money through the mail. Like, you really don't know how you can get the money, and it doesn't matter. Don't focus on how am I going to get this money. Just know that the money will come to you through an unlimited number of ways. And the way that you change, you have to have the mindset of already having the amount of money that you want to have in your bank account. Or you have to already have the mindset of being a rich person in order to actually receive the amount of money that you want and the lifestyle that you want. So basically, you have to act as if you already have the amount of money that you want in order to actually receive the amount of money that you want. And the way that you change your poverty mindset to a rich person's mindset, or to the mindset of already having the amount of money that you want, is every time when you go to the store to buy something that you were already going to buy anyway, just say to yourself in your mind, you don't have to say it out loud, but just say to yourself in your mind, I can afford this when you buy it. Instead of, like, don't think about what you're buying in an anxious way. Try not to feel any anxiety when you're buying stuff. Because if you always feel anxiety when you're buying stuff, then you're going to keep always feeling anxiety about money, and you're going to always have not enough money in your life. So you gotta stop feeling that anxiety when you buy stuff. Before you swipe your credit card in the store, or give the money to the cashier, or hit buy now online when you're buying something that you're already going to buy, maybe take a few minutes to meditate, or maybe watch a funny video real quick in the store, or try to think some happy thoughts. Do whatever it takes to stop feeling the feelings of anxiety before you buy anything. And then when you do actually buy the things that you were already going to buy, always say, I can afford this when you're buying stuff. And you don't have to say that for every single item that you're buying. Like, you don't have to say, I can afford this 50 times. But, for the whole majority of everything that you're buying, just say, I can afford all of this. And at first you're not going to believe it if you always had a poverty mindset your whole life. But a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking, so eventually you will believe that you can afford it. It might take you a few months of saying, I can afford this whenever you buy something that you're already going to buy, but eventually you will believe that you can afford it. If you do this consistently every time that you buy something, whether it's at the grocery store or shopping, always say, I can afford this, and always feel a feeling of as much calmness and peace as you possibly can before you actually buy it, before you swipe your card or give the person your money or hit buy now. Feel as happy as you can feel, and then you will start getting more money in your life. And then the other thing that you can do is you can play a virtual shopping money game that my favorite law of attraction teacher, Abraham Hicks, talks about. And she has a specific way that she teaches this, but the way that I play money games is whenever I'm in a store or whenever I'm looking at things online that I see that I want to buy, or even when I'm just watching haul videos on YouTube, I know, okay, I have about $1,000 in my bank account right now. So I'll keep that number in my mind. Whenever I see something that I want to buy, I will look for things. I will look for as many things as possible that I see in stores, online, or in shopping haul videos that are $1,000 or less. I will look at everything that is $1,000 or less, and I will say, I can have that. Because I could actually have that if I really wanted to spend all of my money that's in my bank account. I could have that. So, but see, when you do this, do not actually spend all of your money and end up broke. That's not what I'm telling you to do. You're just virtually shopping. You're just window shopping. You're not actually spending all of the money in your bank account. You're just looking at everything that you can actually have with the money that you already have in your bank account, and you're saying, I can have that if I really wanted it. But yeah, so that's what I do. And Abraham Hicks says that when you do that, every single time you see something that is in that budget, if you always say, I can have that, every single time you see every item in the store that is in that budget, if you say, I can have that, every time you see something that is in that budget, I'm telling you, you will get more money in your life. And probably really fast. Now, I'm not saying necessarily you'll get more money today or even in a week, but definitely, I would say within a few months. Probably less than a year, for sure. If you're really doing this consistently, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get this more money, that you're wanting in less than a year. But you also have to work on raising your vibration, which means you want to be as happy of a person as possible and change your money beliefs to having that rich mindset, like I said. So stop thinking about all the things that you can't afford. Pretend like you're rich and you can afford everything. And then you will, if you really do that consistently, most of the time, if you do that more often than not, you will definitely get a lot more money than you have before in your life. Because I started doing this, and in the past 30 days, I've gotten the most amount of money that I've had in a 30-day period, in my life, like I said. So, finally, I just want to say, please don't actually think that you're rich, and please don't actually, think that you're rich, but don't actually spend all of your money up when you're doing this. You just want to pretend like you're rich, but you don't want to. But please don't actually go out and spend up all of your money, everyone. I'm just saying to spend the money in your mind only when you do all of these tips that I'm talking about in this video. But you definitely do want to have a rich mindset. So definitely think rich. Just don't spend up all of your money and end up broke like a rich person until you actually are rich. But you will be rich if you keep doing these tips consistently. So, that is the end of my video. Thank you everyone for watching. I have my Twitter in the description and my blog in the description for everyone to read my blog. I'm probably going to be moving to a different to the paid WordPress for my blog soon. Hopefully this month I will set that up. But thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope that everyone achieves all of their many dreams. Bye.